Subscriber alert, subscriber alert. Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated A for awesome. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and you're welcome. Enjoy. Listen up, you son of a bitch. You turn that thermostat up one more time, I'm moving out. And I'm taking my cat with me. Oh, yes. It's going to be another fatality. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Yeah, we got some new ones for you. We got some Kombat classics, man. Oh, my goodness. Now, let me tell you guys, if there's one line for Mcfarlane I absolutely love, is the Mortal Kombat line. Is it perfect? No. But I do... Man, I love Mortal Kombat. Let me tell you guys a little story about how I fell in love with Mortal Kombat. Just give you a little quick synopsis of why I love Mortal Kombat, and then we'll take a look at the figures. I was 12 years old, working at a pizza place, passing out flyers. They had the very first Mortal Kombat video game arcade in the pizza place. When I would get finished passing out the flyers, I'd go there and I spend my money on pizza in Mortal Kombat. That was technically my first job. Here is Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I don't know, is this from... This is not from the first game. Looks like it's from part 2, right? So, because they weren't rocking these costumes in the very first one. But anyways, these look like part 2. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comment section. But here's a little read-up, a little synopsis on Sub-Zero. I love the video game image right there. Really, really cool. I don't know if that's the accurate one or the true one or the real one. I'm not 100% sure. Here's Scorpion right here. And then there's the little back. I love that picture of Scorpion. Man, it's such a dope picture. There's a little read-up if you guys want to read it up. This is probably going to be a long review because I'm reviewing 2 figures, but I'm going to be editing this video as well, so stay tuned. Let's take them out of the package. Okay, guys, we got Sub-Zero and Scorpion out of the package, but before we show you Sub-Zero and Scorpion, I'm going to show you my package. I'm going to show off my package, and the package is actually really, really nice. I love the gaming thing that they have right here for the arcade, similar to Street Fighter. Then the back right there, Mortal Kombat logo. You can actually probably use that for a background. And then it has the window right here, so where the light can shine through. So you can put these guys on display if you don't want them out of the package. They're very collector-friendly, displayable pieces of art. Okay, so let's take a look at Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And you're asking, hey, for $30, that's what I paid for them, $30 each. I was not happy with that, but... You know, on the black market, these guys are going to be $100, no doubt about it, like the other regular Sub-Zero and Scorpion from the MK11 video games. But anyways, Scorpion comes with, yes, this piece of shit right here, and then he comes with the spear. That's it for $30. That's what he comes with, the spear. And Sub-Zero comes with no freeze effects, no ice, nothing, no ice sword. Just comes with the stand and then 2 interchangeable hands. Scorpion doesn't even get interchangeable hands, but I guess if you buy Sub-Zero, then I guess you can switch it out with these hands, because I'm guessing they are the same figure, they're just painted differently. And yeah, essentially painted differently, and then the eyes are the only thing that's probably different other than the color scheme. So let's take a look at, that's going to hurt the rating for these figures. So let's take a look at Sub-Zero right here. Let's do a little close-up of Sub-Zero. The eyes are pretty decent. I wish they were kind of bluish. I guess it does have like a little bit of blue tint on Sub-Zero. He does come with a couple of fists. Yeah. And he does have the interchangeable hands, the open hands. Scorpion has 1 fist and 1 open hand. I guess the open hand is for his spear, right? So... I do like the wash that it has over it. It has like a white, light blue over his, I guess, dojo. right? I think that's what it's called, the dojo. I could be wrong, but I do like that effect. It does look kind of cheesy, but at the same time, it does look kind of good. I'm just kind of glad that they added some paint apps onto the figure, because the rest of him is just merely all black. There's no color scheme other than the black and the blue. Let me see. So the knee pads are really nicely done. Of course, you can see the scrapes on it, the blue dry wash over it, light blue or white, depending on how you look at it. Typical, like Marvel, not Marvel, Jesus, Mcfarlane joints right there. He uses it with all his DC and Mortal Kombat figures. Let's see. Does have some good flexibility. Let's see. Yeah, his legs do move very nicely. They should be double jointed. They are double jointed. Really nice. I like that. Good job hiding these ugly knee joints, because they really suck. And yeah, he did the best he could hiding the ugly knee joints. Yeah, this feels like a really, really like cool toy of the 90s. You know what I mean? I like that he kept it simple. There's no double peg on here. It just feels like a single peg, and you're not going to get much range out of the head. So posability, as far as I'm looking down, no. It has that right there, the little gappage of the head. That kind of sucks. Let's see, waist swivel. Yeah, it does get a waist swivel. His dojo, I was going to say dojo, does move with the upper torso. There is a bend, barely, and then upwards. Yeah, I mean, pretty nice. Pretty nice. It just has that classic look that we're all familiar with and that we all like. As far as the paint apps, they're not bad. It could be a little bit cleaner. There's some blue on the black right there. Kind of messy. I wish they would have given this a dry wash. Like I said, double jointed arms. Let's see, arms, they go up that much. Yeah, ice effects definitely would have benefited Sub-Zero. Would have definitely helped out a lot, man. Let's see, ankle, just typical like Mcfarlane articulation, man. The toe joint right there. It feels really nice. It feels really small. That's what she said. Oh, wait a minute. We'll do some measurements in a moment. We'll take a look at Scorpion. So Scorpion looks really, really good. I like Scorpion. Once again, they had the yellow, then they put the like light yellow over his vest, dojo, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, this is a little messy down here. Once again, it gets messy right in there with the belts. Once again, dry wash on the knee pads right there as well. You can barely see it on camera. I'm guessing he has the same articulation, being it's pretty much the same figure, just painted differently. I do like the coloring. The coloring is really, really good. Excuse me. Really, really good. Where's his weapon? His weapon, let's see. It is a wired spear. I do like that. So I don't know why they gave us the open hand. What's the point, right? It should have been like an open hand. But you can put it around, put it in his hand, and then wrap it around his wrist, and then you can get some get over here action. Get over here. Or come on over here. Come on over here, baby. Come spend the night. Yeah, that's okay. It's nothing special. Once again, the black. I feel like, yeah, these figures shouldn't have been $30. They should have been an easy, was it 25 20, 40, 50? I think $30. Yeah, these figures should have easily been $20, man. But being that they were Sub-Zero and Scorpion, like I said, Mcfarlane knows we're going to pay, that $30 for these figures because they're classic Mortal Kombat figures. It's better than, paying $100 for some Storm collectible figures, which I've never owned, but I've heard good things about. But for the 7-inch line, it's not bad. Speaking of size, let's do a quick measurement. We'll just need to do a measurement of the one because they stand about the same height, because essentially they are the same thing, just to repaint, like I said a million times. Let's do a little quick measurement, see how big they are, then we'll do some comparisons. Scorpion stands at 7 1/8. It's just a little bit over 7 inches tall. How about Shredder, Dracula Shredder, NECA? They stand about the same height. Shredder is a little bit bigger. Superman, right there. I mean, he can measure up with Superman, but when you break out like the cyborg Superman right here, he is a little bit taller. I don't know. I guess that makes a little bit of sense, right? How about, let's do some DC. Why not DC? These are dusty as hell. DC with Sub-Zero right there. Batman, he stands a whole lot taller. Let's see. How about another line? Berserker. This is how he stands with Berserker. Berserker. And Unmasked, like Scorpion, would have been awesome as well. I'm sure McFarlane's going to do repaints, re-releases, him with the skeleton face and fire effects. I think it's just a matter of time, because after, you know, the MK11 Sub-Zero and Scorpion, he released so many variants. So, yeah, don't be surprised. He's going to re-release them, different colors, you know. The Deviant Spawn right there. So, yeah, just expect, you know, a freaking McFarlane exclusive with the skull and the flame effects. Yeah, so it's going to come eventually. Okay, guys, let me give you my rating of Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Listen, I am a fanboy of Mortal Kombat. I think that's pretty well known if you guys watch my channel. I do not like the lack of accessories, especially for $30 figures. A couple of interchangeable hands for Sub-Zero and a spear for Scorpion. I feel like fire effects and freeze effects definitely would have benefited these figures, especially at the $30 mark. So that's going to take some points off, man. And I'm going to be just generous simply because of nostalgic purposes. Are these figures perfect? No. Are you looking for a classic Sub-Zero and Scorpion? I say these are pretty decent. I would give these two figures an 8 out of 10. I maybe like the Scorpion a little bit better. He just looks a whole lot cooler. No pun intended, Sub-Zero. No, you're pretty cool. But Scorpion, I don't know, is just way better. I probably would put him at like an 8.5, and I would give Sub-Zero probably like an 8. Maybe like a 7.9. Like I said, these figures are far from perfect. If they had a flame effect, if he had ice effects, it'd probably be like a 9 out of 10. But and the paint apps are messy with these two figures as well. Man, I just feel like, you know, maybe I'm a little bit more understanding with these two figures because I'm a kid from the 90s, and these figures feel like action figures from the 90s. You know what I mean? But it's not the 90s. It's the year 2025 right now, and I feel like McFarlane could have done so much more with these figures, man. I feel like, I don't know, man, $30 was kind of a jip, in my opinion. You know what I mean? They're good, but I feel like they could have done a whole lot better. And I feel like McFarlane can improve on these figures. I think he probably will in the future with exclusives. So as far as these figures are concerned, listen, if you're Mortal Kombat fans, you guys probably already have these figures. I love Sub-Zero, Scorpion. I would recommend them if you guys are Mortal Kombat fans. If you don't give a shit about Mortal Kombat, then it's probably a pass for you. And I wouldn't recommend it. I'd probably wait for exclusives to come out because you know there's going to be exclusives. You know there's going to be repaints. But other than that, to have these two in my hands, it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool, and it's pretty fire. I didn't want to leave you out, Scorpion. All right, guys. Overall, 7.9, 8.5 for Scorpion. Let me know how you guys feel about this. These figures. Are you going to pick them up? Do you like what McFarlane is doing? Should he give us more Mortal Kombat figures? I say yes. Yes, indeed. What figures do you want to see? I want to see Kung Lao. I want to see Jax. I want to see Sonya. I want to see the big guys, Goro, Motaro. But for these, right now, they're okay. They're typical Mcfarlane action figures. Nothing special. But definitely decent. You heard my gripes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review.